What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Aspen. So today we're going to be talking about trauma.
My belief is that trauma is the root of every disorder, and this might, other people might disagree with that, but I just believe that so strongly, that it is the root of the disorders. That doesn't mean genetics don't play a role in them, but the trauma is what sets it off even further.
Trauma refers to a distressing situation that causes emotional shock. While trauma can implicate a physiological injury, we are often talking in clinical terms about psychological trauma and how untreated it may lead to a variety of neuroses such as PTSD or substance abuse. The severity of trauma to an individual is based on subjective perspective. In this way, two people could experience the same event but suffer vastly different degrees of psychological trauma.
Because I was influenced so early by trauma in my life, at 5 years old already, being attacked by a dog, having to learn to walk again, and then having several behavioral problems after that were, most people reacted to them saying, hey, that's just her personality, she needs to stop getting so angry, things like that. It really influenced me in a huge way. And when I found therapy, when I was in my undergrad, actually, I took a psychology course and just aced it. I got the highest grade I've ever gotten in my life. And it's because I just knew it. I knew these things from the inside out. I saw it in my own family system. And it became so clear to me that it was the trauma that had influenced me. And I also worked in the hospital with people in crisis. And the only thing I kept hearing that was the same was the trauma. Not the same traumas, but different variations of the same thing over and over again. And mental health was just treating the substance. They weren't treating the trauma and the root cause. So I would see the same people over and over again. And it was just devastating for me to see because of my own recovery, because I know what people are capable of. And they are capable of recovering. They just need the help. They need the guidance to do that. So I think there needs to be a certain amount of stabilization for anyone who's working through these issues. You have to stabilize, so if someone is not eating at all and their BMI is way too low, you've got to bring that up to do any trauma work, because that's influencing their brain as well. So first, stabilize. So take away whatever substance it is, get them in an okay place, and then resource them. Use grounding skills as much as you can, reinforce that, positive affirmations, all of that has to be in place to do the really in-depth trauma work. So it's really a balancing act for any therapist that's trying to treat it. I've been in recovery for almost 11 years now, and letting go of that perfection piece is a constant thing for me. And I'm actually really happy about where I'm at with it. That I'm not hiding this anymore is pretty cool. I think just drawing on my own recovery, that's where this is coming from. The most important thing for me has been, it's not a straight line to recovery. It's not, okay, I started here, I ended here, now things are great. It is a continuous process that I'm learning about constantly. You hit one layer, therapists always talk about the onions and the layers. It's very much like that. We kind of open up the nervous system, figure some things out, discharge energy, and then settle. We have to integrate. And that's something that I just wanted to push through. Maybe because of my upbringing, definitely because of my upbringing, I just wanted to be perfect and get through things and get to an okay place in life. And it doesn't work that way. People kept telling me to go to CODA meetings, and I kept saying, F you. But then I went, because I hit a rock bottom, and that's what I needed to do. So I went, and I was quiet, and I was stubborn, and didn't want to say anything. And then I just kind of slowly, through the community of that, started making some moves. I don't know. I worked the steps, but it's not about that for me. It's not about, 12-step is what saved me. And it's the only thing that works. That's not what it is. It's just the community, the people that I found there, I started to see it's not just me. I'm not the only one who's dealt with this stuff. So that was incredibly helpful. And then I finally made it into therapy, and then that, of course, was amazing for me. But I still kept going to CODA, and I'm still very passionate about the work.
If you or someone you love is struggling with a mental illness or addiction, don't give up. There is life beyond illness, and a part of you just waiting to awaken back to life. If there's a topic you'd like us to make a video on, please leave it in the comments below. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And as always, thank you.